Hello everyone and welcome back. It is so good to see you here today. I have a recipe in front of me that I've never made before, so we're going to enjoy this together. This came from one of my subscribers, Eric. Now this is a skillet beef and broccoli ramen. And the description, the best way to enjoy beef and broccoli over ramen noodles. Y'all ready? I know I am. First thing we're going to do is start marinating the beef. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of canola oil, or you can use vegetable oil. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to take a little bit of flat-leafed parsley and we're just going to rough chop it. We're going to add that to our marinade. We're just going to blend this together. That's delicious. We're going to take some flank steak. Now I've got 2 packages here. These are 8 ounces each. Now what you want to do is stick those in the freezer for a little bit while you're making the marinade. That way it's easy to cut. Now this is a boneless beef flank steak. Now you're going to look for the grain of the meat and you're going to cut against it. So I can see that the grain is going this way, so we're going to cut it this way. Very thin so that it cooks fast. Okay, what we're going to do now is cut this in half. So instead of the long strips, we're going to have shorter strips. Place this into a Ziploc bag. Okay, we're going to pour in our marinade. Give it a stir there. Seal the bag. We're going to take all the air out. All right, we're going to smush it around. Make sure all the meat is covered with that marinade. This is going to go into the refrigerator for at least 1 hour, preferably 6 hours, but no longer than 12 hours. About halfway through, we're going to flip it over. So I've been marinating this for 5 hours. It's good to go for us, so we're going to go ahead and start with the next step, which is we're going to make the ramen noodles. You just need 2 packages. Now what's good about this is that you can pull 2 out of your pantry as long as you're not using the seasoning packet in it, and use any flavor because the noodles are all the same. In a medium pot, I filled it up about halfway with water. We're going to put it on high heat. And we're going to bring that to a boil. Once your water comes to a boil, we're going to go ahead and add both packets of noodles. Now make sure that you pull out the seasoning packets. Now I kind of just broke these just a little bit. Okay, these are 3 ounces each packet. I'm just going to take a wooden spoon. I'm going to stir this around. We're going to cook this for 2 minutes. Once your 2 minutes are up, we're going to turn off the burner, and then we're going to go drain these, run cold water over them to stop the cooking process. The next step is you want to go ahead and start preparing your broccoli. That way it's ready to go when we get to that step. You need about 4 cups frozen broccoli, and then what we did was we thawed it out. We're going to chop it up, and I'm just going to take a knife and just go through it, and any big pieces I'm going to cut down. I think we got it all done. Because once the sauce gets going, you don't want to have to stop the sauce to try to cut your broccoli into small pieces and thaw it out. So make sure you have that ready to go. Okay, now what we're going to do is start working on the flank steak and getting that nice and crispy, because we like that crispy beef and broccoli. What we're going to do is take some tongs. Oh, that marinade smells delicious. So just shake off the excess marinade before you put the beef into your bowl. That parsley, oh, adds a nice color to it. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Sprinkle it over it. We're going to coat it very well with the cornstarch. This will aid in the thickener for our sauce. Get all that in there. And just toss them so they're fully coated. There we go. We're going to place our burner on high heat. I know, right? Well, we really want to get these nice and crispy, so you want that. think 400 degrees. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And then once that gets nice and hot, we're going to place half of the beef strips into the oil and get a thin layer. And then we'll do a second batch after that. You know, my husband's really happy for this one. He's excited for it. Well, yeah, I see a shimmer going on, so let's go ahead and create a layer of beef. Now the trick to this is not to move it once it's sitting there, because you want to get it crispy. Okay, we'll save this for the second batch. We're going to cook this for about 1.5 to 2 minutes on one side and then flip it over. Start on the side that you put the meat in first and then work your way back. Okay, we're going to cook another 30 seconds. And then we're going to remove them to a plate. And then we'll start the second layer. Add another tablespoon of oil. You don't want to dry them out. We're going to start turning them over. Oh, look at the crispy bits in there. Set this aside and we're going to start making that sauce. Okay, I have everything right here that we're going to need to make the sauce. So now that the pan cooled down just a little bit, we're going to put it back onto a medium-high heat and get that going. We're going to add 1 cup of beef broth, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of hoisin sauce. Now that's what this is right here. This is replacing the oyster sauce because we had the hoisin sauce, and you can switch them out. 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Now this is the toasted variety. Oh, it's really going to give it that flavor. Did y'all see that happen? I think I was off the screen. There we go. And then we're going to put in some ginger. 1/2 teaspoon. Blend it all together. Okay, we want to reduce this down, so we're going to cook this for about 5 to 8 minutes until it starts thickening. We're going to do this over medium heat. You can see how the liquid has reduced by half, so what we're going to do is place in our 4 cups of broccoli that we had already chopped up and prepared. So we're just going to lay it across the sauce. You don't want to stir this in. Okay, we're going to place this on a high heat. We want to bring that to a boil. Once the liquid has come to a boil, we're going to go ahead and place a lid on. We're going to turn this down to low. And we're just going to let it kind of steam for 3 minutes until the broccoli is nice and cooked through. The 3 minutes is up. We're going to go ahead now and turn off the burner. Remove the lid. Oh, it smells good. We're going to add in our crispy beef. We're going to add our cooked ramen noodles. We're going to stir this all together. Let the noodles absorb that sauce. Okay, I'm going to add cornstarch slurry to help thicken what's left in there. Oh yeah, that's thickening up. Now I've got some green onions over here. I'm just going to garnish. You have some sesame seeds. You can garnish it with that. There we go. Broccoli, beef, and ramen. There's my bite. Crisp up that beef for sure. Oh my gosh. Those little crispy bits on the ends of the beef here. Oh my gosh. That makes the dish. That and those ramen noodles absorbing all that flavor. That is delicious. I want to thank my subscriber, Eric, for this one. Thank you so much. I hope I did it justice for you. If y'all want to see this recipe, go to catherinesplates.com. I will put it over there so that y'all can follow it step by step and get the same results. Thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Everyone, make sure you're hitting that bell notification. That way you're always notified when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.